everyone, and welcome in. We are doing another doll review, of course, on Saturday uploads. This time, we are going to be reviewing the latest collaboration with a celebrity. I've never heard of Harris Reed, so we're going to get more information on them. But we are going to be reviewing the Witch Weaver Harris Reed doll. And before we get into the doll, I do want to preface by saying I'm going to do a little something different for this doll review, and I kind of want to get y'all's input on it as well. Instead of going into my doll collector room, I'm going to do the full review here and do overlays that I usually do in my doll review room. And I'm doing this because I feel like once I transition back to this, you get that in-person kind of connection with me instead of just the doll being presented there. So I kind of want to get y'all's input, and I thought about it, and I was like, as a viewer, I think I'd like the transition to back to that person that I'm talking to, kind of like a conversation piece. But that's how I viewed it, so I want to know your thoughts at the end of this video. But I want to take a moment to also thank all of my current subscribers who have tuned into my channel, the growth of my channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for supporting me. And if you are new here and you like the content, I do gameplay as well as collection reviews. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really helps me and my channel out as well. And you also become a part of the great Ras-Ghoul community that we are all welcoming. And we just are here for a vibe. But anyways, we are going to be getting into this doll review. But before we do, I don't know much about Harris Reed. So Monster High has a video out there that gives us a little bit of insight of what went into the doll, I believe, and who this person is. So I'm excited to see who they are. And if I don't know who they are, I'm sure some of y'all don't know who they are either. So I'm hoping this video helps both of us out to see who this person is. So let's go ahead, turn in that video, and get our reactions to it. And play.
As a queer individual, it's always been a dream of mine to create my own doll. I think everything is about the next generation. That's how we're going to improve the world and open up people's minds. I want people to feel inspired. This doll is really about, it's a witch weaver. It's all about, you know, creativity, imagination. And I just thought that it's kind of a beautiful object. And if you don't want to think anything deeper than that, it just looks something that's gorgeous on your shelf with amazing details.
I love that.
Partnering with Monster High was just a dream come true. They are literally creative. They're innovative, they're daring, and as someone who likes to push boundaries, they really took on board so many different elements. We went down to the dots I do on my nails since I was literally 15, to the jewelry that I wore, to reinterpreting my massive oversized hat, but as almost this incredible spider web that was made out of almost like black glass in a fabulous way. Even the packaging, like the amount of detail that went into this doll is incredible. We kind of recreated my iconic platform boots that I've had since season 1. I can't be more excited and more passionate about the level of craftsmanship and detail that goes into this doll. Because this doll also is a very dramatic version of who I am, and I loved that. The hair is almost to the floor, the jewels are even bigger, the clothes are even more extreme, but that's what's beautiful about playing with dolls, is they can be an extreme.
Dang, taking my whole review. Just kidding. So I really loved that. I don't know who this person is. I still didn't really get a whole bunch of insight of who they are. And maybe I can do some more research on them. But I loved the overview of their, like, what it is, and take it at, this is how they interpret it, but if you take it as just a gorgeous doll on your shelf, then so be it. I loved that line. I really did. I liked their vibe too. So I definitely want to see who they are, and I'll probably do that after filming, and I encourage you to if that person intrigued you as well. I'm also curious, I'm not familiar with what a witch weaver is, so I'm going to see what it is really quick. So a witch weaver, let me show y'all on my screen. So I'm not familiar with what a witch weaver is. So according to the AI overview, a witch weaver is a witch with the ability to create new spells. Unlike other witches who rely on spells from books or other witches, the term weaver may also refer to a character in the Weaver Witch. Okay. Or a Monster High doll. I love that. Okay. Okay, well that's what a witch weaver is if y'all didn't know what that was either. Which also questions for me, a little bit aesthetically of this doll. So that leads me into the review. Let's go ahead and get into the review of this doll. And like I said, I'm going to give y'all some overlays as well to get closer looks into the doll itself. But as always, we're going to start with the box. And so that I have the box in front of me, I'm also going to give you that B film like I mentioned. The box itself is it's a nice kind of matte box, but then on the top we get the gold foil with the Witch Weaver title there. I love the gold foil pop outs. It's like a pillar over an archway, it looks like. And then we get these 2 light posts with the Monster High skulls in it. And as you go down to the bottom, we have Monster High Harris Reed in that gold foil font there. On the side, we have the Monster High logo in the gold foil. In the back, we get this drapery at the top. That kind of, I guess that witch weavery symbol is aesthetically what it's supposed to be, I guess. I love the gold foils, the diamond effects, the window for the box, and then the spider webs. The pillars translate to the back too. Then we get a description here. If you want to pause and read, you may too. Then on the other side of the box, we get the Harris Reed and gold foil effect there. And it looks like there's some spider webs throughout each character of the letters, which I really like that detail. And then on top, we just get the overall vibe of the box there with the gold foil effects there too. And that's essentially what that box is. Oh, and then the inside of the box, we get that, I don't know, I love the like glittery effect in there, and it doesn't rub off, which I like. It's like into the box, and it gives a curtain feel with the moons, kind of like what you would match with a witch. And that's pretty much the inside of the box. And then on the back, you get the certificate of authenticity here, and it is just the Monster High kind of Skulllector certificate. I'm gonna take it out really quick to show y'all. It's that sturdy paper, cardboard there. Get you a closer look. If you want to pause and read, you may. The back, just Mattel Creations. Not a whole bunch of jazz there, but you get that same kind of, I love the sturdiness of these certificate of authenticities. I don't like the paper ones that Mattel likes to do kind of with their Barbie dolls. Those aren't just it for me. If you're gonna do a certificate of authenticity, I expect it to be like this, or like the Disney ones that they do for their dolls. But let me go ahead and put this back away. And now let's get into the overall Witch Weaver Harris Reed doll. So we're gonna start with the shoes as always. This doll does come with a stand itself, but the shoes, we have these kind of, they're like a calf-high boot, but I love the prism effect on the heel as well as the front of the shoe, and then we get that spider embossed kind of spider web vibe there, and both shoes are like that. Then we go to the actual bottoms of these. They have 2 layers at the bottom. The bottom layer is a black fabric. I want to say maybe like a silk fabric. And then imprinted on it is spider webs, which I really like that effect too. The back is open, which I don't really care for it being opened in the back. I wish it was kind of sewed in, but I don't know. I'm not a fashion designer, so maybe that's how the clothes was for this person. And then on top, you get this nice tulle crinkled fabric here. It is stretchy. And it does come off if you wish. So you can actually take it off. I don't know if you can see here, but it does come off. I thought they were sewed on when I got closer look. They are like tagged in, but I think you can actually take them off if you clip off that string. But I like that you can actually take that off if you don't like this kind of mermaid vibe. And it does give an overall vibe of it going into pants, into maybe like a bottom dress-like feel. But if you want it just to look like the pants, I'm sure you can take these off. But then as we go up, it is like a over-the-waist kind of pant. And the same kind of vibe of the spider web effect is on there. Then you get this kind of, I don't know what to call this. It's like a overshirt tank corset vibe. I don't know, but it's a separate piece. It has these gold foil-like designs to kind of match the spider web effect, and then the ribbon tank shoulder pieces there. And it is held in by Velcro. Now the top itself, I love the top. It's like this sheer diamond pattern with the black and whites. I just love the top, and it's, like I mentioned, separate piece. Mine has a longer sleeve here, which I don't like, and I don't know if it's a defect of my doll, but like this side has more of a scrunch and tighter scrunch there than this one, so this one appears longer, which it annoys me, so I keep doing this. But I mean, what can you do? And then along the neck, we get the kind of scrunched vibe here to create that collar. And then the ribbon is tied into the top and sewed into the top. And then you get that kind of, I think it's a witch weaver symbol. Let me know in the comments below if you know what that symbol is. And then the ribbons go down there as well to kind of like the torso. And it is on a male body. So it's kind of like the, I think RuPaul had this body. I'm not too sure. Or did RuPaul have the female body? I don't know. I have to look again. I don't remember, but this is a male body, and it is a tall one. I don't like the display stand. It really like moves. It's not very, and maybe I'm having it in the wrong spot. Maybe it needs to be down more, but it likes to fall. But anyways, moving up to the face of the Harris Reed doll, it is just a beautiful face. You get that shine on the skin. You get the web-like design on the eyes. I love the texture of the eyebrows that you can see in this. And then the lips are beautiful in this darker kind of red-brown. What I don't understand is the fangs. Is it supposed to give a spider-like vibe or a vampire-like vibe? Because it's a witch weaver. It's a witch. Or they're a witch. So I'm like, why do we have fangs? And if you know, let me know in the comments below. But that's kind of my overall take, and that's why I was questioning is, like, why do they have fangs? But anyways, the earrings itself, they match the symbols that you saw throughout the box and also on the kind of brooch part of the collar. And then we have the dangling aesthetic that goes into a skullet. Now looking at the hair, before we move on to the hat, the hair is this beautiful red, soft texture to it, and it flows down into these wave crinkly vibes, which I do like. I wish the hair matched more of the actual person themselves, because I feel like a darker color would have matched it more aesthetically. But I ain't mad about this color, this Ariel hair color. I think it is a beautiful touch to the doll. It makes it stand out more, and I can see why they chose that. And like he said in the video, or they said in the video, that it's kind of like a more exaggerated of them. The hat itself, I love. It is this kind of web-like design here. I hate how it pulls off of the hair because it messes it up. But it is this spider web-like design with all these jewels on it. I love that they have the flowing of the symbol on there too. I love the hat, I do, but I hate that this comb part here, you have to comb it in the hair for it to stay, and it just makes me angry because I've done it like several times to get it in the right spot, and you have to like comb it, and then like if you don't get it right, the hair is like stuck in there, so you're just like trying to straighten out the hair, and then it's just like frustrating to me to get on, and I'm like, whatever. It doesn't look great in the back because it looks like it's just dangling there. But in the front, it still looks good, I guess. But it's not where I would like it. I wish I could just plop it on here and it stay here. It aggravates me so much. And I don't know if those who have this doll, it does the same. And then with the stand, like, moving this whole time too, it just aggravates me. But that's just me. And that is essentially overall the doll itself. Oh, I forgot to mention, the doll does have, like they said, the nail polish with the 2 dots. We also have accessories with the rings. We get the symbol, we get a kind of jewel design with the Monster High Skullette. You also get that on the other side too. And it is different kind of jewelry on the other side. But they also have these tattoos that match in with the overall doll with like the spider web vibe. And that's essentially all of this doll. Now, my overall review of this doll, the price of this doll was $75. And with tax and shipping from Mattel Creations, it was about $88 for myself. I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. And, well, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. And the reason why I give it a 7.5 out of 10 is because I don't know. I think it's, for me, I think it's because this dang hat pisses me off by putting it on, and the stand is aggravating me. But overall, like, I think the quality of the fabric and all of that is really well done. The face is well done. I think the little presentation we got from Harris Reed makes me like the doll that much more too. I like their vibe and makes me want to research them a little bit more too. But I think what just aggravates me is this hat. I love this hat so much, so I just wish I could just get it in there. But I'm gonna have to deal with that offline. But let me know your thoughts on this doll review. Did you get this doll? Did you know who Harris Reed was before Monster High collabed with them? I'm curious as to what you think. Now, that's pretty much it on my end. Let me know your thoughts as well on if you liked this review better than me going into the collector room and doing a review. I think I kind of enjoyed this better just because I get to show y'all my actual facial expressions when I do that review, and you can kind of link that together. These reviews are my opinion only, so if you have different opinions, that's great. I'd love to hear them if you didn't like it, if you did like it. And I tend to give these dolls higher reviews because I only really get dolls that I like. So the dolls that I get usually are 6 or more. I think it's very rare for me to get a doll that's less, because if it isn't, I usually don't do reviews of them. I usually return them. But anyways, I'm gonna stop my yap. Thank you for coming in, and as always, I hope you have a great day, a great night, wherever you're at today, and remember to stay kind to yourself as well as to others. Simply Rai.